This is a socially good TV highlight.
I could relate to some of the history and the historical places and the projects, so it just made me feel more proud to be from Akron.
It made me proud to see men collaborating effectively to cause change in their city.
This documentary really opened my eyes to a lot of very important cultural history, and I really appreciate it.
I think you will feel good about the story, and in particular, Akron, what it's been through, the highs, the lows, and the challenges that we have before us that we still have to grapple with and deal with.
This whole project is the culmination and the chronicling of a city in progress. It also chronicles a people who have grappled with the nation's problems and tried to find an answer right here in the local community. And so it's to no secret that all of our success lies outside of ourselves in being able to assist those who are less fortunate than we are, and those that are looking for a better way and a better quality of life. So we provided that here in Akron, Ohio.
What I did was I looked at Akron's history, and you see these tremendous moments where it being settled by progressive people from Connecticut. Then you have Sojourner Truth, then you have John Brown, and you have this great legacy of people with courage standing up and talking about things that need to be talked about. And then when you look in the 1960s, when these young men, most of whom went to the University of Akron, answered a call from help from their friends and family because they were losing their neighborhoods and their homes to an aggressive urban renewal program, I think that was just a continuation of that legacy of John Brown and Sojourner Truth. And not only did they build upon that, but they continued it and became a part of it.
The ultimate goal was to tell the story from its inception, from the Akron housing project, with Judge Williams initially putting forth the effort to get money from the government early on, which was unheard of at the time in the 60s. And not only that, but paint a total picture of the Akron lack of housing for African Americans and different other minorities coming from the South, migrating here in Ohio.
The video starts out with some of the failures that HUD has experienced with affordable housing over the years. And the failures included demolition of existing property. And the reason was the variety of reasons: bad design, poor management, the inability of the residents to have a decent life in those properties. And Alpha, because it's had the involvement of the chapter, the local chapter here, has been able to counteract some of those forces that brought down a lot of the property that was built by HUD in other locations.
The one thing that transcends all of us is a home. And the Alphas have provided homes for thousands of people in the last 50 years, and the work that they've done. Not only provided homes, but they led the charge. They didn't lead it in Akron, they didn't lead it in Summit County, they didn't lead it in the state of Ohio, they led it nationally, and that came from our hometown.
As community leaders, we must ensure that the future is bright and even more exceptional. As brothers, we must continue to be trailblazers, kicking down doors that should be open to us while opening doors for those who shall come after.
We don't do this by ourselves. We have the spirit of Doc Killings, George Shady, John Brown, Robert Brown, Ray Brown, Judge Williams, Clyman Lee, Nay Hagins. We have these folks that started with an idea, and you got to remember, they only formed the chapter in 1960. By 1964, they were thinking of this idea. So we stand on the shoulders of giants, and who it's incumbent upon us who are here now, not only to keep the train moving, but to teach others to come behind us to keep it flowing for another 50 plus years.
Now therefore be it known by all and declared by the Council of the County of Summit, State of Ohio, that this council recognizes the commitment, dedication, and leadership that Alpha Phi Alpha Homes Incorporated has provided to this community and applaud their historic achievements in this documentary. We urge all citizens to join in honoring this outstanding organization on this 21st day of June in the year 2019.